Alright, first thing I'm going to want to do is get my water going. I'm going to bring this to a boil, and I'm going to put in about 24 ounces of pasta. Now, this elbow pasta, as you can see here, there's the brand I used. And what I'm going to make with this is a deep fried macaroni and cheese bites. You guys got to stick around, see how this comes out. I'll see you here in just a minute. Alright, once that comes to a boil, I'm actually going to add a little bit of butter, unsalted butter. Alright, then I'm going to add my elbow pasta. Alright, I'm going to cook this for about 8 minutes. I'm not going to cook it all the way. It's going to be al dente because it's going to finish cooking when I deep fry it. Now this is going to be a breaded macaroni and cheese bites. Alright, let me get this cooked up. I'll be right back with you. Alright, now that I've got my pasta cooked, I have put it in a strainer, but I am not going to rinse it. Let me show you what I do. Okay, my next step, after I've drained the pasta, I did not rinse the pasta because I want the starch to stay in, because it helps it stay together. I'm going to dump that in there. Tablespoon smoked paprika. Tablespoon black pepper. I'm going to put 7 ounces sharp cheddar cheese, 7 ounces of Monterey Jack and sharp cheddar. Okay, cheese here I'm cutting up. This is going to help it hold together. Got a lot of pasta here, so that may look like a lot of cheese, but believe me, I don't think you can ever have too much cheese. Okay, we're going to start mixing on this. Again, the heat is going to make that melt. Okay, again, we're going to have a breaded, deep fried macaroni and cheese bites. And once I get all this mixed up, we're actually going to let this sit in the refrigerator for about 2.5 hours. All right, let me get some more juice in there. 1/2 cup of milk. Give us a little more juice. All right, let me get this mixed up. I'll be right back with you. Alright, I pretty much got this mixed up. My cheese is melted the way I wanted it. I did add 1 beaten egg to help it bind together. Next, I'm going to place it in a baking dish, as you see to the side over here. But I'm not going to bake it. I'm going to actually put it in the refrigerator and let it set for 2, maybe 3 hours. Alright. I'm going to transfer this. As you can see, this is a greased, as you see, a greased baking dish. Alright. I use a thinner dish. This is about a 2-inch, as you see here on the side, because I don't want my macaroni and cheese bites to be too thick. Alright, let me get this done. I'll be right back with you. Okay, pretty much going to pack this in here. Want it kind of tight. So, again, this is going to sit in the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours. and I need it to gel up, to form up. I'm going to cover it with plastic. So then we'll show you how I set up my, if you want to call it the flouring station. I'm going to use breadcrumbs, panko crumbs, flour, and an egg wash to get them ready for deep frying. Alright, that's looking pretty good there. Alright. Alright, welcome back. Now this has been in the fridge for about 4 hours, so it's nice and set, nice and cold. And I'm going to show you how I get it out of the baking dish. And keep in mind, I greased this before I added the macaroni and cheese. I'm just going to take a cutting board, flip it over. Gotta be careful. Hopefully once the air gets under it starts. See, it comes loose. Oh yeah. Looking good, guys. Alright. With that set in there, you can pretty much choose the size of the bites that you want. So I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I'm going to cut about an inch, inch and a half into it. As that. Okay, I'm going to cut a couple. Okay, let me cut another one for you. What we're going to do is cut all these in strips, and then we're going to slide that to the side. We're going to pretty much take these and we're going to cut those in bite-sized pieces, or actually a little bigger than bite-sized pieces. It's pretty simple. As you can see, I think that would be good. You kind of get the gist of it. Okay. Alright. I'm going to get the rest of this cut up and set up my dredging table, my flouring line, and I'll show you how I do that. I'll see you in a moment. Alright, this is what I got set up here for you. I've got the flour. I've got 6 eggs mixed with a 1/4 cup of water. I've got plain breadcrumbs, and I've got the panko plain. First, what you're going to want to do is take one of these, flour it all sides. Now the flour is what makes the egg stick. Okay, kind of dust it off. Egg. First thing I'm going to try, as you can see here, the breadcrumbs. All sides. As you can see, okay. It's pretty much what you're going to come out with. Put it on my parchment paper. Okay, go again, flour. All sides. This is an all-purpose flour. Dust it off. Egg wash. Make sure it's coated. And I'm going to put this one in the panko crumbs. That's your preference. That's why I'm doing both. Okay, pretty much what you're going to have when you get done. Alright, I'm going to finish these up here, and I will show you what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, I want to show you how these came out. This is the plain breadcrumb. It's covered pretty good. I'm going to let them sit for 3-4 minutes. This is the panko, as you can see. let them sit, and I'm going to set up my induction cooker and start frying them. Okay, we're getting ready for the final step. I have got my induction cooker. Actually, I'm going to heat it up to 350, which is pretty much already done. I'm going to place them in there. They've been sitting about 15 minutes or so. What you're going to want to do is place them in. Turn that up a hair bit. I am going to do the panko coated ones first. Alright. You don't want to cook these too quick because you do want them to heat up in the center. And what we're going to do, we're going to cook a little bit on that side. We're going to flip them on all the sides and the edges. Alright. Alright, I kind of wanted you guys to see this part of it. You're going to want them to get kind of a golden brown, such as that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flip that over. I have enough grease in here to cover all the sides, so I just have to really flip it once. As you can see, I'm not trying to crowd the pan, so I'm only going to do 4 at a time. As you see here, I probably could have put 5 in there. They're only taking about 2 to 3 minutes, I believe, per side. But you don't want to get that grease too hot and burn it, and the inside still be kind of lukewarm. Alright, these are pretty much finished up. I'm going to take them out and I'm going to start on the others. Place them in the pan. I did these about 3.5 minutes per side. Okay. And I am going to place in the plain breadcrumb. Remember, I did two types, the panko and the breadcrumbs. Okay, I'm going to put another 4 in here. You know, maybe I'm going to do 5. Get those going on. I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've finished deep frying, I am going to add a little bit of butter to the top, and I'm going to sprinkle on some parsley, and I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese. Already did a test run right here to make sure everything is fine. It came out really good, actually. Really good. We're going to sprinkle this on. Guys, throwing this on just for some color. You're going to want to serve these pretty quick, so the inside is obviously still hot. Alright, I'm going to try to cut one open for you, kind of show it to you. Oh yeah, that's what you got, guys. Macaroni and cheese bites, deep fried, breaded, panko, or plain breadcrumbs. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you liked the video, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, the notification bell. That will notify you when I make another video. Hey, as always, thank you for watching. I hope you come back.